You know, I think we would all stand up and speak to the importance of a mother's role in the lives of her children. Easy to do, but sometimes the hard part is to feel valued in that role yourself. My next guest wants to empower all women to embrace their own motherhood experience, even when it feels hard or it feels difficult. Author and founder of the program Back to Basics, Connie Sokol, is joining me. I should add mother to that resume list because you are speaking from all sides of the experience. Do you think most women would say motherhood is their ideal situation, Connie?
I am talking to so many women, and in fact I was just talking with Amy out there, and we were saying how women today are feeling so less than. And you look back years ago and it seemed like motherhood kind of went in a sort of a flow, and then you check the boxes. And nowadays there's several boxes you just go, I guess I'm not going to check that box, I won't be able to check that box, I can't check that box. And it's hard, and women are taking it personally, and we need to shift that so that they can get beyond what's happening to deal with it and move forward.
You want women, and I know you're passionate about this, to feel valued and validated no matter the circumstances, no matter what boxes they are or are not checking.
Exactly. 1 in 3 will have a special needs child. 50% of women are divorced. You've got 60 to 80% of women's primary care visits are stress related. Women are dealing with at least one serious long-term challenge in their lives, if not 2 and 3.
So from that, your first suggestion is to own your norm.
Yes, own it. And stop thinking it has to be Pinterest worthy and to make yourself feel better. Just own your own normal and not comparing. It's so much better when you can stop and say, you know what, I have a special needs child. That means they're gonna have tantrums. I'm gonna be judged. I'm gonna be late to things. Own it and embrace it, rejoice in it. This is what happens. Instead of wishing it away or saying, I wanted motherhood in package A and I got package B.
And here's what's interesting. I mean, we can talk about society expectations, but really we have our own ideals.
Yes.
Maybe they've been created by what's happened around us or what's been, you know, taught to us over the years, but we have those own ideals that I think we're chasing. Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. But I think it's so important to recognize when we need to adjust that. We go for the principles. I remember Chieko Okazaki saying, in principles, great clarity, in practice, great charity. And that means charity with ourselves. Saying, I now have this, I call it package deal parenting. I wanted A and I got B. So, but it's all part of this package deal. I wanted that package. So you don't get to pick it out like my kids with the Lucky Charms. They pick out the marshmallows and I'm like, you need that whole grain goodness, you know, as good as that can be for Lucky Charms. But you need the whole package, and so we'll get purpose and growth from that. But first we have to recognize that ideal will now need to be adjusted. So what does that look like? And it's so crucial for women to be able to say, what does that ideal look like to me in my particular situation?
And those ideals can change day to day, depending on the curveballs life throws at us.
Absolutely. I know for myself, the last 6 months, things have shifted. I have a 5-year-old graduating from kindergarten and an 18-year-old graduating from high school. I'm shifting these major gears and then all of it in between. And I have had to say, there's been a lot going down, and I said, you know what? I'm starting to get that frustration and that grouchy and that sort of resentment feeling. And I went, wait, I need some self-care. So I went down to this cute little school of aesthetics, and I just got the little half-price thing, and I get this detox body wrap, and when I'm stressed out, I schedule one of those, and I'm like, love you guys, while you're at school, I'm getting down. And I come out of it, I rub my fingers and my toes.
But it's what you need.
And it's just what you need. And we women have got to recognize that part of motherhood, yes, we're serving, yes, we're soaking up scriptures, yes, we're doing whatever we're doing, and you can get a spa service. It's okay.
And we're celebrating. You want celebration to be part of that daily motherhood experience.
Yes, we have got to celebrate the successes along the way, or we're going to be so unhappy. Yes, there's track meets and Sterling Scholars, but a lot of these successes, at least for me and the women I'm talking to, was my Asperger son not having a tantrum all day, or when he went to go buy groceries by himself and cook for himself. Success, right? So maybe it's your daughter getting out of rehab, or your son coming clean about a porn addiction. This is your reality, and it's okay.
Do you believe women can choose joy? Choose their joy?
Absolutely. And if you don't choose it, you don't get it. It's there. It is happening right now, and it's a partner deal to this whole package. So you've got to actively seek it and choose it. And if you don't, you're not going to feel happiness. I know for myself, when I was going through a really difficult time, I felt impressed that I should be focusing on joy, which didn't make sense. But I transformed, and I think we have a picture of it. I transformed in 6 months. I went from feeling despair and stressed and exhausted and feeling I had little control to feeling joy and feeling confident and making new life choices for myself.
Look at you.
So it can happen, and joy.
And that came from a focus on that 3-letter word.
Focus on joy.
You're helping women do that, I know, on your website as well. Find the joy.
Well, now I have these joy boosts and a 30-day download. It's free. You can go on my website, ConnieSokol.com, and you just click on it and enter in, and every day you get a joy boost to get that of joy.
I like that, joy boost. We need those on the daily. Thanks for bringing it to us today, Connie.